Okay, so I used a bunch of different techniques to get these cards together. So all of the bells are from scraps. So that's why they're different colors, different textures, different brightnesses, because it's all scraps. I used my scraps. And then the backgrounds on these three, let me go out just a little. There we go. First of all the sentiments are from Spellbinders, the hot foil plate, Merry Glimmer sentiments. So it came with the plates and the dies. So I did one round in silver and one round in gold and cut them out. And so that's where all the sentiments came from. And then the background on these three was this one, the plaid tidings background. I think this is so Christmassy and so beautiful, and I foiled it, but it still worked great. And so the technique I used with this is I used a paper shim, but I made it a frame. So the center was cut out because I wanted overfoiling around all the edges. So that worked really well. Not so much on the silver, but it was getting a little beat up by them, but on the gold it worked just the way I wanted it to. And then on this one then, the pine boughs and the pine cones are all from the Greetery pine boughs. It's part of their botanical die cuts collection. So I haven't gotten it on a magnet yet. I've had it for years, probably 4 or 5 years, but I haven't put it on a magnet yet. But I love this set. I have cut felt with these branches and made Christmas ornaments and stockings and everything. It's a great set. And then all the bells are from Honeybee Stamps. It's the Layering Holiday Bells die set. And again, that's several years old as well, but I wanted to use it. And the way Honeybee had them was either a single bell or the bells were separated out more like ringing bells, but I wanted everything to look like a tree ornament, so they're all closer together so that it could be a focal point and I could create layers on my cards instead of the bells being most of the cards. So for these two, I used Catherine Pooler's really old, like it's a stamp of approval postage die set, but there are so many postage dies. Yeah, postage stamp dies. There are so many sets out. Gina K's got a great set. Simon Says Stamp has a great set. Waffle Flower has a wonderful set. So you can find this almost anywhere. And then this one, I used Lawn Fawn. And I'm trying to think of what the name of it was because I put it away. Lawn Fawn Scalloped Rectangles was the name of it. And I don't know why I put it away. So that's what this one is. And I love the little scallops. And again, this is a really old set. But these die sets that do little things around the edges add so much to the cards. So did that. And then on this one, the rectangles are again from Spellbinders. It's the Essential Diamonds set. And I do love this one for cards because it just really brings in a focal point and you can frame the center of it if you want. I decided I was just going to do scattered jewels. My whole inspiration for this is I have a box of ornaments that were my parents from the late 60s. And this is kind of what the box looks like. There's just like little shiny patterns and scattered, and it's a whole set of bells. So that's what all of this came from. And then these ovals are again Catherine Pooler. And this is the Around the Loop Nested dies. So there's all kinds of dies there. So I used the second to the largest and the third to the largest here, and it worked perfect for that. So that's these three. And then this one is an embossing folder from Simon Says Stamp. See if you can't really see, but anyway, it's pine branches and pine cones and little berries, and it's called Fir Tree Branches, and it's a beautiful set. And so because that box that is my inspiration, the gold was all smeary, that's why my gold is all smeary on the edges of this. And you can see there's a little bit on the edges of this because I used that cutout frame shim to do that. And on this one, I used lunar paste on the raised area, just used my fingers and just smeared, and then just smeared around the edges, and I love how that came out. So again, just a bunch of scrap cardstock. I know it's probably die cuts with a view, or it's Tonic Craft Perfect Mirror Card. It's one of the two brands. And then again, these pine boughs are from the Greetery. These stars, oop, my little thing fell off. I gotta glue on another one. These stars are left over from a project I did for Pixie Dust Designs design team. It's part of their the fireplace box set. So I just put them on the pine branches. This ornament that I cut the top off, so it's like an ornament hanging down on a different branch, is a Catherine Pooler from Baking Spirits Bright. These are Spellbinder Fashion Gold embellishments. So I really like this one. I wanted a retro feel and I really got it on this one. So happy with that. And then the last two, I used this stencil by Catherine Pooler. It's called the Snowfall Stencil. And it's a little, what do I want to call it? Like a little country, a little folksy. Almost you could cross stitch it if you wanted to, the way the patterns are on that. So I really enjoy that. So I did some die cuts with a view texture model paste. And then I took this outside and sprayed it with some silver glimmer. And I don't know if the light will catch all the shimmer that's on the, it's not on the modeling paste, but you can really see it in real life. It's beautiful. And then again, the pine boughs, but I cut it down just to one branch from the Greetery. And then on all my greenery, I took some Hero Wax in white and just stuck my finger in it and smeared all over the pine cones, all over the branches, just to give it a frosty feel. And then these are Studio Katia pearl embellishments here. And then these are also Studio Katia silver crystals on here. And again, all the sentiments are from that Spellbinders Merry Wishes set. And then I used silver lunar paste on the stenciling of this. So that completes my, what did I make? 6 cards. Took me probably an hour and 40 minutes to make all of them. So not too bad. Thank you so much for joining me. All of this will be on my blog. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this and are inspired, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.